My name is Forrest Selby. I'm with the Firehill Group, a Keller Williams realty team here in Leesburg, Virginia. And I'd like to talk to you today about the 6 core elements of the Firehill Group process. Number 1, helping you understand your market. You have to understand what your own individual situation is, what your goals and objectives are, and what the reality is in your individual market. Here in particular in Loudoun County, there can be a different market from neighborhood to neighborhood, town to town. And we need to be able to understand exactly what the conditions are in your market, not what they are from the front page of the Wall Street Journal or some other online news source that you may have seen. We're going to work with you to get you the information, the advice, and the counseling that you need in order to understand your situation and your market. We're here to protect you with your bottom line. Everybody has a bottom line, whether you're the seller, whether you're the buyer. The seller wants to get the maximum amount of money for their home. The buyer wants to get a great deal. These two things don't always work together, but nonetheless, everybody who we represent has a bottom line. If you don't know exactly what that is or don't know what it needs to be, we'll help you get there as well. We can show you formulas and plug in some numbers to show you what it does in fact cost to sell or buy a house. But our number one job is to help you protect that bottom line. Third thing we're going to do is help prepare you for the sale. Now this means a bunch of different things. One, we have to understand in the beginning what your market is, what your conditions are, what your goals and objectives are. We covered that already. But the next thing that we need to make sure that we do is understand, particularly if you're selling, what you are going to do when negotiating an offer. What are you going to do when an offer comes in that's lower than you expected or lower than you want? Rather than get frustrated and upset about it, we have to have a plan in place. What does it mean for you when you get a low offer? What would be acceptable to you? In the military, we like to use the term left and right firing limits. We have to understand what your limits are, both top and bottom, and what constitutes a good deal for you. Again, going back to that basic principle that the sellers want to get the most money and the buyers want to spend the least money. Trying to work for you to establish that, preparing you for that sale is key. These are just some of the things that we're going to do to help you prepare for the sale. On the buyer side, it's very, very similar. I have to prepare you for the process and any potential delays that could come with that. Also, what happens when inspection reports come back? What do you do? How does this impact your negotiation? Develop a plan specific to you. Now we've gone through all of these little areas. Now what are we going to do with it? What's our plan of execution? We can have all these things together, but no real plan of what to do, and we still will fall short. Little key measuring points along the way, rallying points if you will, that establish that are we on the right track or are we not? If things we're trying are not working, let's get off of that path and go down a different one. Or do we need to wait this one out a little bit longer? What are some other outside factors that can influence the plan? Because again, planning is the more important thing than just the plan, but we have to have something down that we will both understand and be able to walk through the process. Lead and supervise your transaction. Now this is a very important element because things can fall apart that are not due to any fault of yours or ours. The other agent, the other team, snow, storms, family impacts for everybody involved in the entire team. These things can come up. So we have to be able to lead and supervise that transaction along the way. If we have that plan in place that we talked about just a second ago, we will know where we are and we'll be able to delegate and deviate off of that plan in order to get things done, no matter what comes up and what the situation might be. But in order to lead and supervise that, sometimes it means pushing people that need to get that report in, or need to send this back in, or have a disclosure agreement, or have some other piece and part of this entire transaction that needs to take place. You need someone there on your behalf to lead and supervise that, not simply sit back, manage, and observe the process as it goes along. If something falls apart, we're going to get on top of it. Hopefully we've gotten in front of it before any problem occurs, but if it does, you can rest assured that we're going to get in front of it, get on top of it, and fix it. Now this is important because a lot of agents out there and a lot of teams will promise follow-up, but then you don't get it. You don't get the calls as often as you like. You don't get the emails as often as you like. Well, we're going to set that straight right from the beginning because we're going to ask you, how do you like to be communicated with? Is it text? Is it email? Is it a phone call? Is it a cell phone? Is it video like we're doing here? FaceTime? instant message, however you want to do that. We're going to establish that up front, and also a frequency plan. So how often do you feel that you need to be communicated with? So we're going to talk with you about, hey, where are we in the process? Are things going along according to the plan? Are we on top of and leading and supervising the transaction according to what we agreed upon? How's your bottom line staying? Are we looking okay on that? And we'll be able to tell these things and give you that instant feedback before any contracts, offers, or any other pieces of transaction occur, during that entire process, and after. We don't go away after the closing table. We're going to follow up with you in the weeks and months to come to go, hey, is everything going okay? Is there anything that you need? Have you come across any home repairs that you find that you might need? Is there anything that we can do for you? Because that's where we're a little bit different than some of the other agencies. A lot of them will forget you after that close, and you're not going to see them again because there was no plan, there was no agreed upon, and then the closing table comes and then boom, they're gone. Each one of these things has happened to me, and that's why I'm in this business, and that's why I created the Firehill Group, and that's why I'm with Keller Williams. I'm here to fix these things. I'm here to get above and beyond these types of things. I'm in this business because I believe there's a gap, and I can fill it. I know I can. I know we can. We're going to put the best team together, the best people together, and the best plan, process, and customer service that we can in order to get you what you expect. Thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Give us a call. Follow the links down below or over here, and we'd love to hear from you. Pro, con, all of it's great. Love to hear from you. Thank you very much.